My name's John Steckley. For the last 40 years or so, I've been working with the Wendat language, more recently the Wendat dialect of that language. I got involved with Indigenous languages when I was a third-year student at York University. I took a course called Language and Culture, and the paper was like 50% of the marks, so it had to be really hot. So I went down to what was then called the Indian Friendship Center on Beverly Street. I don't know, they probably tore the building down. And I found that there was Anishinaabe elder, Fred Wheatley, who was teaching classes there. And if you can go for 8 months, one night a week, and learn that. And I did. And not only did I learn what Fred called Oxford Ojibwe for coffee, I learned that in 1972. I don't know where I put things this morning, but I remember. But he taught us that, but I think what was really, really powerful was his relationship to the language. And I saw how important. I could see it in his eyes. I could hear it in his tone. He had to leave his community. I think he went to a residential school, probably did given his age. And he came back and he lived with his grandmother. And he said to us, what his grandmother said to him was, "I hear you have lost your tongue." And the emotions in his eyes at that time, so powerful. I was looking at him and I could see what it meant, the emotions that he showed, and I thought, wow. When I learned that the language was dead, or as I use the term now more, the language was sleeping, waiting for us to wake it up. But there was more written in that language than in any other indigenous language. I said, I have to learn it. One of my ideas was simply this: if you study German history, you must, of course, know how to read German. Otherwise, you're no good, right? So, if I want to study indigenous people, I have to learn one of the languages. It just made sense. It's not like this brilliant thing that I thought of, but it just seemed, of course. It seemed like an of course to me. And that was 40 years ago.